Module Overview. This module lays the cellular and tissue foundation upon which the rest of the human body is built. It introduces you to the smallest units of life, cells, how they are structured and function, how they group into tissues, and how tissues form the largest and most visible organ of the human body, the skin, integumentary system. This knowledge is fundamental for all healthcare and life science careers because many diseases, injuries, and clinical treatments begin or manifest at the cellular or tissue level. For instance, cancer, burns, infections, autoimmune conditions, and even allergies all involve disruptions in the normal structure or function of cells, tissues, or skin. 1. Introduction to the cell. Cell theory. All living things are made of cells. Cells are the basic unit of structure and function. All cells come from pre-existing cells. Types of cells: gross, macroscopic, anatomy, study of large body parts visible to the naked eye, e.g. lungs, heart. Eukaryotic with nucleus human cells, prokaryotic bacteria, studied for contrast, structure of the human cell, plasma membrane controls what enters and leaves the cell, cytoplasm, gel-like substance housing organelles, nucleus, control center contains DNA, organelles, mitochondria, energy ATP, endoplasmic reticulum, protein and lipid synthesis, ribosomes, protein production, Golgi apparatus, packaging proteins, lysosomes, digestion and waste, cellular processes, mitosis and meiosis, protein synthesis, cellular respiration, diffusion, osmosis, active transport. 2nd, tissue structure and classification. Definition: groups of cells performing similar functions. Types of human tissues: epithelial tissue, covers body surfaces, lines cavities. Functions: protection, absorption, filtration, secretion. Examples: skin surface, GI lining, connective tissue, supports, binds and stores energy. Examples: bone, blood, fat, adipose, cartilage. Muscle tissue, contracts to produce movement. Types: skeletal, voluntary, cardiac, heart, smooth, involuntary, intestines, vessels. Nervous tissue, transmits impulses, controls and communicates, made of neurons and glial cells. Tissue repair, regeneration versus fibrosis, scar formation. 3rd, the integumentary system. Definition: the skin and its accessory structures, hair, nails, glands. Functions: protection against injury, infection, sensory reception, temperature regulation, vitamin D synthesis, excretion via sweat, prevents water loss, layers of the skin, epidermis, outer, stratified squamous epithelium, keratinized, dermis, middle, connective tissue, blood vessels, nerves, glands, hypodermis, subcutaneous, fat storage, insulation, accessory structures, hair follicles and hair sebaceous, oil glands, sweat glands, eccrine and apocrine, nails, common skin conditions, burns, 1st to 3rd degree, infections, fungal, bacterial, skin cancers, basal, squamous, melanoma, psoriasis, eczema, dermatitis, integration with other body systems. The skin communicates with the nervous system, sensation, muscle system, goosebumps, immune system, barrier, and endocrine system, sweat and hormone activation. Cellular disruption affects all systems, e.g., immune cells originate in connective tissues. Oxygen transport starts with healthy cells, and tissue repair mechanisms affect healing in all organs. Applied learning activities. Microscope work or virtual lab to view tissues and skin cells. Create diagrams labeling cell parts and skin layers. Case study. A patient with 3rd-degree burns, what happens to the tissues? 3D modeling or digital simulation of skin and cell interaction. Mapped to Bloom's taxonomy. 1. Cognitive level. 2. Outcome. Example, remember, label the major parts of a human cell. Understand, describe the difference between epithelial and connective tissues. Apply, identify types of muscle tissue in different organs. Analyze, compare regeneration and fibrosis after tissue injury. Evaluate, assess the severity and consequences of second-degree burns. Create, build a model or concept map linking cells, tissues, and the skin. Module, learning outcomes. By the end of this module, you will be able to describe the structure and functions of major cell components and organelles. Differentiate between the 4 major tissue types and give practical examples. Explain how tissues form organs and how they repair themselves. Outline the structure and functions of the integumentary system. Analyze how disorders at the cellular or tissue level manifest as clinical conditions. Assessment, integration, and accreditation standards. This module aligns with NQF Level 5/6 Core Biology Competencies, CPD accredited frameworks, Nursing Council Anatomy Core, Standards Clinical Reasoning Skills for Future Diagnostic Application,